When life seems to have lost its meaning, know that there is always a way back. Feeling numb and disconnected from life can be discouraging, but it is certainly not the end. You can find your purpose, direction, and rekindle your passion for life again, even in the most challenging moments. If you have reached this point, feeling like nothing makes sense anymore, it is time to understand what is happening. Look within and seek the answers you need to resume your journey. No matter how difficult it may seem, you can reconnect with your true self and find the peace you seek and need to be happy. Remember that these moments of confusion are normal and can only be signs that it is time for you to change direction, reinvent yourself, and open yourself to new possibilities. The feeling of emptiness is temporary, and with the right tools, you can transform this phase into a turning point in your life. In this video, we will explore practices and insights that will help you overcome this phase and see the opportunities hidden in adversity. Life is full of phases, and each one brings new learning. When everything seems difficult, remember that you have the power to transform your journey and rediscover the joy of living. Don't be afraid to slow down. Take a deep breath and look within. The answer you seek is closer than you think. Find strength within yourself and rediscover the path to a full and meaningful life. With all its complexities and instabilities, life can sometimes leave you feeling numb, distant, and often even unhappy. When you first arrive in the world, it is full of amazing things. Your days are full of excitement, curiosity, and each day is a new discovery. The world seems small enough to be explored, but big enough to be an endless adventure. However, as time passes and you grow, you begin to notice that the things around you change all the time. Life's complexity expands and everything changes, while you seemingly remain the same. Almost in the blink of an eye, the innocence and simplicity of your early years give way to the harsh reality of the responsibilities that adult life demands. Things that once seemed so easy start to become more difficult and burdensome. You find yourself overwhelmed with commitments, difficult decisions, and expectations. But that doesn't mean you have to get lost in the middle of it all. In fact, this is the time to learn how to deal with these changes, rediscover your strength, and see that, even with all the setbacks, it is possible to find balance. Although challenges can sometimes multiply, keep in mind that it is precisely in these moments that you have the opportunity to learn lessons and grow. Each obstacle that appears along the way is a chance to learn something new about your ability to overcome and how to deal with the unexpected. See difficulties as stages of learning and development, and not as permanent burdens. When you start to change your perspective, these challenges can become springboards to something more expressive, something that can take you closer to the person you truly want to be. Also, remember that life doesn't have to be just about work, commitments, and responsibilities. It is essential to set aside time for things that bring you joy and lightness. This can be something as simple as talking to friends, moments of silence, or even a hobby that you love. These breaks are important to recharge your batteries and strengthen your resilience. By balancing moments of effort with moments of rest and pleasure, you will be creating a solid foundation to face adversity with more serenity and wisdom. Setbacks and disappointments end up becoming part of your routine, erasing some of the colors that once made your life more joyful and vibrant. Those dreams that seemed so close now seem distant, hidden behind the problems that arise at every moment. That easy laugh, which was once natural, gives way to a somewhat bitter resignation in the face of the difficulties you face. And the feeling of enchantment, that life was full of good surprises, begins to slip away, like sand through your fingers. This change can be discouraging, making you miss the days when everything seemed lighter, simpler. But it is important to remember that this phase does not define who you are, nor what is to come. These difficult times can serve as an opportunity to rediscover your inner strength and your ability to create new colors for your life. Things may not be as they were before, but that does not mean that you cannot find new reasons to smile and new ways to be enchanted by the world. Life is still full of possibilities, and you have the power to transform each challenge into a step towards a new phase. Often, No matter how much you achieve your goals, accomplish things, and follow society's expectations, the sense of true fulfillment and satisfaction you seek remains elusive and out of reach. It's as if no matter how much you do or achieve, that inner emptiness is still there. You feel trapped in a cycle of doing and achieving things, only to realize that the inner emptiness persists. Life's losses, such as the death of loved ones or the end of relationships, bring to light the reality of suffering, something that, sooner or later, we all face. The world that once seemed so full of color and possibilities begins to lose its shine, being overshadowed by the difficulties of everyday life. That vibrant world of your youth becomes just a backdrop for the monotonous struggles that are part of life. To cope with this, many of us end up putting up emotional barriers, becoming indifferent as a way to protect ourselves and avoid further pain and suffering. But is this really the solution to finding peace? Or are we just hiding our emotions? Defense mechanisms are not conscious choices, but natural responses to the pains you face. Life becomes something you simply observe from a distance, as you become a spectator rather than fully engaged, and the passion you once felt is no longer there. Every day seems to be the same, and your efforts to find joy seem futile. You move forward, but your enthusiasm for life wanes, and your existence feels more like a series of tasks and obligations to be fulfilled than a journey of discovery. Even in this state of dormancy, you get up every day, fulfill your obligations, and even achieve success, but the spark that once existed within you is gone. Activities that once brought you joy now seem meaningless, or you abandon them altogether due to lack of interest and motivation. Social interactions become rare, and your sense of pleasure becomes more intellectual than emotional. Your achievements serve only as a temporary relief from the pervasive sense of discontent that you carry in your heart. You remain driven by routine instead of genuine motivation, often causing you to question why you can't get out of this maze and persist in this way. A sense of duty and necessity have replaced the laughter and joy that once accompanied you naturally. Your conversations no longer have the depth and enthusiasm they once did, and you are always anxious, waiting for a connection that seems like it will never happen. The joy of life's simple pleasures, discoveries, and the thrills of adventures become just distant memories. All of these feelings are part of life, especially for those who have already experienced happy and meaningful moments. However, remaining in this place is neither desirable nor pleasant for anyone. Recognizing that you are in this state is essential. In fact, it is the first step towards being able to react. When it seems that the meaning of life has been lost, spirituality is an essential turning point. At that moment when you feel as if something is missing, no matter how much you try to find answers in the external world, nothing will fill that void. Spirituality welcomes us by offering a different path, encouraging us to look within ourselves to rediscover ourselves and reconnect with a force that guides and guides us. Seeking spirituality does not mean joining a specific religion, but rather exploring your own essence and discovering what can bring you peace and purpose. Starting with small practices, such as prayer, can be a simple but very powerful way to reconnect. These activities silence the noise of the mind and help you find a sense of calm amidst the chaos of the world. Spirituality is a personal path, and the most important thing is that you walk this path at your own pace, discovering what resonates best with your heart. Remember, this process is about finding your center again, allowing yourself to feel an inner peace that only spiritual connection can provide. We all need to take care of our spirituality, because life is much more than what we can see and touch. The material world is important, but it does not truly fulfill our soul. When we only connect with the physical side, we end up feeling empty and disconnected. Spirituality is what brings balance, meaning, and inner peace, reminding us that we are part of the whole. Throughout this journey, it is essential to maintain the focus on nourishing your soul with practices that awaken gratitude, compassion, and understanding. These small steps can completely transform the way you see the world and interact with it. Little by little, you will realize that spirituality is not something distant or complicated. It is the key to bringing renewed meaning to life, filling your path with meaning, purpose, and joy. Walking in nature is also a simple but transformative activity. Contact with the earth, the wind, and the sky can make us feel part of nature, giving us a new perspective on our lives. In addition, guided meditations or moments of deep reflection can also be of great help in self-discovery. These practices help to cultivate a stronger connection with your own intuition and find answers to questions that seem unsolvable. Another important step is to seek knowledge. Reading books or listening to content that talks about spirituality, the meaning of life, and how so many people have been through similar situations helps a lot. And, above all, allow yourself to feel. Don't be afraid to express your emotions. They are part of the healing process. Little by little, spirituality can bring new meaning to your life, a motivation for you to move forward with faith and hope. When we open ourselves to spirituality, we begin to realize that there is a way, even in the darkest times. In fact, spirituality is the way back. To feel truly happy, we need to integrate spirituality into our lives, because it reconnects us with our essence and with the source from which we came, and this cannot be ignored. It is like returning home after a long time away, a place where we feel complete and at peace. Spirituality makes us aware that, beyond the worries and difficulties of everyday life, there is something powerful that sustains and guides us. When we distance ourselves from this deeper side, it is easy to get lost in the rush of life and the incessant search for material goods. But when we turn our attention inward, to our spirit, we find the true meaning of being here. This reunion is what brings us genuine happiness, the kind that comes from the heart and does not depend on external circumstances. This connection with something beyond the material can generate a feeling of peace, belonging, and understanding about life, as if we were being welcomed and embraced by a loving Father who listens to us, who cares, and who wants the best for us. Spirituality nourishes us from the inside out, and for this reason, for many people, this process is what brings lasting happiness and a more stable and balanced state of mind. You can also dedicate yourself to learning about other philosophies such as Stoicism, Taoism, and Buddhism that teach us an important lesson. To maintain inner peace, we need to learn to let go of things that are beyond our control. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, spoke about the importance of knowing the difference between what we can and cannot change, and of reacting calmly to situations that are beyond our control. In Taoism, the concept of non-action teaches us to let things flow naturally. Buddhism shows us how to overcome suffering by practicing detachment. These philosophies convey a powerful message. Even if the world around us is chaotic, we can find peace within ourselves. However, it's important to remember that letting go too much can cut us off from the emotions that make life rich and meaningful. Finding a balance is essential, because while letting go protects us from turmoil, living without allowing ourselves to feel also deprives us of the emotional depth that colors our existence. Think of it as a middle path. If we become too insensitive, we risk losing our ability to appreciate the small, beautiful things in life. Just as a hand full of calluses cannot feel the soft textures of a flower's petals, so too does a heart that closes itself off from feeling miss out on experiencing the true richness of being alive. The key is to find a balance, where letting go acts more like a shield than a barrier that isolates you. It's a subtle dance between protecting yourself from the inevitable pain and, at the same time, opening yourself up to the wonders that life still has to offer. Even if there's a risk of getting hurt, it's important to allow yourself to feel and live fully. After all, it's through all of your experiences that you experience the true essence of being human. This balance gives you a chance to appreciate the moments of joy and connection that come along the way, alerting you that, even behind the hardships, there's a profound beauty in life. To regain your ability to feel joy, you need to make changes to your routine. This is essential, and you need to commit to it. This could mean getting involved in new activities, rekindling old passions, or even taking on new challenges. And don't forget to surround yourself with people who support you in this process. In addition, Changing the way you see the world is another important aspect. Changing your thoughts and perceptions can open doors to a new way of living, lighter and full of meaning. Balance is achieved when you are able to protect yourself without closing yourself off, and thus you allow yourself to experience the true richness that exists in life. It is crucial that you are willing to step out of your comfort zone and face the unknown, trusting that the effort will lead you to a fuller and more vibrant existence. By cultivating a mindset of openness and curiosity, you can rediscover the joy and pleasure in life, things that previously seemed lost. Rediscovering joy is not an easy task. It requires effort, and when you are in a state of emotional numbness, this effort may seem even more difficult and a major obstacle. But it is in these moments that you must remember your inner resilience. Adopting a new stance of understanding about these aspects can allow you to experience different experiences and perspectives. A great French philosopher, writer and journalist named Albert Camus, known for his existentialist works that explore the meaning of life, once wrote the following phrase: "In the middle of winter, I finally discovered that there was within me an invincible summer." This quote serves as a reminder that no matter how bleak your current state may seem, you have an inner strength capable of fostering a new life, full of joy, hope, and transformative experiences. This inner strength, this invincible summer, is like a light that never goes out and never lets us down. It is proof that, even in the most difficult times, the human spirit is resilient and capable of shining. When things get complicated, this flame of hope drives us to keep going, to never give up. Do you know that feeling that, despite everything, there is something inside you that tells you to fight? That's it. This vital energy connects us with our essence and motivates us to face life's setbacks with courage and determination. Life is like a cycle of seasons. Just as winter turns into spring, periods when we feel stagnant can give way to times of renewed energy and enthusiasm. It is essential to take care of what is inside us and explore our creativity. Even if the world around you seems cold and lifeless, remember that your perspective and your choices have the power to bring warmth and meaning to your life. Change starts with you. Through your actions and the way you see things, you can shape your reality and find beauty and purpose in even the most challenging situations. So, when everything seems confusing and meaningless, see it as an invitation. A pause to reflect and reevaluate your approach may be just what you need. This is the time to let go of emotional barriers and start feeling things for real again. Open yourself up to the world with curiosity and a new perspective. Your invincible summer is already within you, ready to be discovered and embraced. Life, with all its ups and downs, is a precious gift. By taking care of your inner world, you can create a vibrant reality, full of meaning and full of rewards. Life moves in seasons, and just as winter gives way to spring, your periods of stagnation and paralysis in the face of life can transform into times of renewed vigor and enthusiasm. You must nurture your inner world and explore your creativity. Allow yourself to adapt and endure, even if the coldness of the world around you seems eternal, for everything is temporary. Your perspective and choices can provide warmth and meaning, and it is through your actions and mindset that you can transform your reality, finding beauty and purpose even in unfavorable circumstances. Understand that everyone's life is made up of ups and downs, and that your journey is not a straight path, but a winding road full of opportunities for growth, connection, and joy. Just as nature follows its cycle of renewal, we too go through moments of transformation and growth. No matter what, there will always be a seed of change waiting to germinate. The important thing is to be patient and believe that, even on the most challenging days, you are preparing to blossom again. By accepting that life has its phases, you free yourself from the pressure of having everything figured out all the time. It is in this natural flow that you can find the strength you need to move forward, with courage, accepting adversity as part of a larger process of evolution. Therefore, my friend, when nothing else seems to make sense to you, understand it as an invitation to pause, reflect, and reevaluate your approach to your life. Take this as an opportunity to shake off the calluses and allow yourself to feel again, to engage with the world with renewed curiosity and energy. Your invincible summer is within you, waiting to be discovered and manifested. Life, with all its challenges and complexities, is a precious gift, and by nurturing your inner world, you can create a vibrant, meaningful, and deeply fulfilling reality. I hope you enjoyed the video. Share it with others so they can also benefit from this message, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive our new content on spirituality. May God bless your life. See you soon.